Guys, Jim coming at you here, the Cape Leeuwin Lighthouse, and as you can see in the background there is the Cape Leeuwin Lighthouse. And wow, it's a bit of a drive from Perth. Make sure this car's locked. So it's a bit smoky today, unfortunately, but we ended up staying like let's get this in the background here. This is the sign. I'm up with another YouTuber here. Yeah, background. Let's have a look. Okay. Trying to get in his frame.
Here with our little
hello, YouTuber number 2.
the
yep.
car driver.
Yep.
Got the car.
Got the car.
The videoing anyway. Praise the Lord. Let's get this.
Okay. So it says, welcome to Cape Leeuwin Lighthouse. This is where the southern Indian Ocean meets at the furthest southwest point of Australia. To the south is Antarctica and to the west is Africa. Experience the spectacular views of the guided tour of top of Australia's tallest mainland lighthouse that still operates to keep ships safe as they pass this point. Explore the grounds of this unique heritage site as you learn more about the history and the natural environment that makes it so special. Find more about this fascinating story of Cape Leeuwin by visiting the centre. Yeah, so yeah, that's there, MargaretRiverLighthouse.com. So it's really popular. You can see everyone's just come down here. So yeah, so the dad was telling me, he was saying it's the furthest southwest point of Australia. To the south is Antarctica and to the west is Africa. So yeah, and it's open here from 8:45 to 4:30 last entry. So let's see if we can get a picture of my hair blown around. Alright, wanted to go back a bit more. Okay, so let's enter it. We are now doing the 2 o'clock tour of the lighthouse. So it's 1:40 now, so we've got about 20 minutes. So yeah, there she is there. Wow, it's quite... Dad said you might as well do it, so I thought yeah, okay, we'll do it. So there she is, eh? We're going to do this tour. I'll walk up, it's very smoky. There's the entrance fee just over there. I've got a ticket on me somewhere. Let's have a look. Now, I can't quite remember if I've actually... Dad says I haven't been here, but I'm pretty sure I've been here once before. But it's that long ago, I can't remember. We've got over here, got service buildings here. Construction. Oh, radio hut. Radio transmitters are part of the non-directional beacon. Oh, interesting. There's a lot of information. Lightkeeper's cottage. Lightkeeper's cottage over there. And we are about to go up and do a 2 o'clock tour of the Cape Leeuwin. It says 1835 on there. So tour starts at 2 o'clock, and we basically stayed a night in Bunbury, and then from Bunbury we just drove down through Busselton and down to Augusta, and then Dad said it's the southern point, and he said you got to come and check this out. So yeah, he's not doing the he's not going up the lighthouse, he's just walking around at the moment. So it's like I better get up and make sure I don't miss this tour at 2 o'clock. So let's go and check it out. Like I said, it's very smoky at the moment, so go away there. 1895 Cape Leeuwin, and it's spinning around, but there's no, obviously the light's not turned on yet. So let's go to the 2 o'clock tour in progress. Okay.
Built out of these limestone blocks. These blocks were quarried locally. There's a little bay up there called Quarry Bay. They built like a little train track and had some horses that dragged the blocks up that train track. They then built a crane in the middle here, and the crane went round and around laying all the blocks. The blocks are actually laid in one continuous spiral, so it's just one line of blocks going all the way up. As you look through the windows, you'll see just how thick the walls are too. So yeah, 2 metres thick, the walls. As we go up, you'll see they get a bit narrower. So they're about 1 metre thick at the top, 2 metres thick down here at the bottom. These foundations are actually going to the granite for about 6 metres as well. It has pretty strong foundations, you get big strong ones here. So yeah, the limestone blocks were quarried locally, but everything else in this lighthouse, every screw, nut, bolt, staircases, platforms, doors, windows, everything else actually came as a flat pack from England. There was a company in Birmingham, the Chance Brothers. So yeah, they built this lighthouse in Birmingham, packed it up all flat and shipped it across to Australia. Maybe a couple of Allen keys to put it all together. And ironically, they actually had to build a second one because the first one they sent over, that ship actually got lost at sea somewhere. So somewhere on the bottom of the ocean, there is an exact replica of Cape Leeuwin Lighthouse, but we're not exactly sure where. And yeah, finally in the 1980s, we got electricity out here. But before we had electricity, this lighthouse was mechanically operated. So this big tube here is called a weight tube because inside here there's a big heavy weight. Weighs about 150 kilo, that weight. So that's joined to this chain. Every 2 hours, the lighthouse keeper would have to wind a handle up the top there. That would lift this weight up that tube. It goes about halfway up, another counterweight comes halfway down. So as that weight slowly drops, that's what we turn the gears to make the lenses spin around up the top there. And when we didn't have electricity, it was a kerosene lamp up the top there. So this is the storeroom where they used to keep all the kerosene. That's now been converted to a battery room. There's a big battery in there. So yeah, if we do lose electricity, those batteries kick in. Cape Leeuwin Lighthouse is still a fully operational lighthouse. It does have to come on every night. Even though ships have got GPS and everything these days, we still have lighthouses as a last resort. You can still navigate using lighthouses if you need to. Alright, we've got 176 stairs to go. Ready for that? I can't let you take the coke up, so if you just want to leave it on one of the windowsills, we'll grab it on the way down. See the 3 lighthouse keepers' cottages. The front one, of course, is the ticket office cafe. The middle one's a museum. If you guys haven't looked at the museum yet, maybe worth looking at. It's pretty cool. The cottage closest to us, one of our guides, Paul, he actually lives out here full time. It's a pretty nice place to live. Just have to get used to that light flashing through your bedroom window. And yeah, if you look out this window, that rock you can sort of see just out there with the waves breaking on it, that's called Passage Rock. Now, just to the right of Passage Rock is where the 2 oceans meet, the Southern Ocean and the Indian Ocean meet. There's no kind of red dotted line to take a photo of or anything. All that's happening is we've got 2 ocean currents colliding in there. So we've got the warm Leeuwin current, which comes down the west coast, and we've got the cold southern current, which comes up from the south coast. So those two ocean currents collide about there. It only had 2 windows on each platform, and it kind of alternated. They were either facing exactly north and south, or exactly east and west, where this platform's got lots of windows. This is the watch room. So this is where the lighthouse keeper would keep watch. He had a journal here, some binoculars. He would have to keep watch out of all these windows. If he saw any ships going past, he'd have to record what ship it was, what flag it was flying, what direction it was going. If there's any ships in distress, he had to act on that distress or whatever. If you saw things like whales, he'd record that in there. He also had to check the weather a few times during his shift, so got really good weather records going all the way back to 1900.
Squally.
Yeah, windy every day. This little cupboard here, this is where there's a big curtain. Now that we're fully automated, the lens is spinning during the day, even though the light's not on, that lens is still going round and round. Because that lens is like a giant magnifying glass. If it stops, the sun would come through it, there'd be a big bushfire out that way somewhere. So we keep it spinning during the day, but you know, back in those days they didn't want to be winding that weight up during the day, so they would let the lens stop. So they'd cover it in this curtain so that we wouldn't get that magnifying effect. And roughly about where I'm standing now, this is where the kerosene tanks were. So at the start of that 4-hour shift, the lighthouse keeper would have to go into that storeroom I showed you down the bottom, grab 2 19-litre jerry cans of kerosene and bring them all the way up the stairs. So 40 kilos of weight he was carrying up those stairs. He'd pour the kerosene into the tanks here. Those tanks were pressure operated. So every half hour there was a pump he had to pump to keep the pressure up in the tank to send the kerosene up to the light. So yeah, every 4 hours he's bringing up kerosene, every 2 hours he's winding up that weight, every half hour he's pumping the pump, he's keeping watch, he's writing stuff down, he's checking the weather, and he was pretty busy the whole time he was on the shift, of course. So yeah, that 4-hour shift was a pretty busy shift. These stairs here, we noticed they're in a different colour. The whole lighthouse used to be painted in this pattern. It's a little bit tricky to do, so we since painted the rest black. They kept these in the original colour, so you can see what the original colours look like. These are your maritime colours, your nautical colours for left and right, port and starboard. So red is port, which is left, green is right, which is in starboard. So I guess in theory what you're supposed to do is put your right foot on the green one, left foot on the red one, right foot on the red one. You have to wind for about 10-15 minutes to get that weight all the way up, so it's pretty hard work. And then you can see the chains on the bottom there, the weight to pull on those chains, turn all these gears, and that's what make these lenses up there spin around. But as you can see now, we've got those two little electric motors doing all the work. Only one of them's working at any time, the other one's a backup in case one breaks. Again, we're a fully operational lighthouse, so that has to come on every night. Those little motors there, they're not much bigger than the motor in your washing machine. And if you look up at those lenses weigh 3 tonnes. And the reason that little motor there can be spinning 3 tonnes of weight is these lenses are actually it probably cost about $2 million to replace those lenses. You can find some on that computer.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Wowee. Woo! Oh wow. Yeah. That's cool. Yep. Was it smoky yesterday, was it?
Not this bad,
Ah,
no.
okay.
Yeah, it's nice to
Okay.
sit in here today.
Okay, yeah.
The air pressure kind of switched today. It's a bit of a high pressure today, so it's pushing all the air down.
Okay, yeah. Alright, so it says on a clear day you can see 27 kilometres out there, and it reckons it wasn't smoky yesterday. Come around here, try not to lose it. Come around here. Wow, the view up here is just fantastic. The view is good, but it's just a little bit disappointing about the smoke, but that's fine. That's what it is when you've got this little beach behind here. Also, you've got a boat harbour too. We're going to check out that boat harbour, I think, on the way back. Oh, it's spectacular. It's really nice. You actually feel the nice, cool breeze. It's lovely. Let's go this way. Sun. Ah, that's good. It's good when you get to the top. Yeah. Hold on. Okay. This is what we came up for, the view here. I know my dad's down there somewhere. Ah, cool. This is really cool. Try not to drop the camera here with a tripod. So yeah, there's the entrance down the bottom there. Oh wow, this is really cool. Really cool. To get some selfies here, eh? Some selfies. Very impressive when you get up top here. And so, like the guy said, the glass has to turn around so it doesn't reflect the sun and start a bushfire. So it's just turning around. But I said before, back in the day, I used to cover it up. But she's turning around. I was wondering why it was turning around before. Now I know why. So you got to do this tour so you know all the facts. It's really cool. That's nice. And when we get around here, it's really windy when you get around here. Thank you, it was really cool. Thank you.
All right,
Yeah,
thank you.
cheers.
Thanks for
Yeah,
coming.
that was good.
No worries. Enjoy the rest of your day, mate. Yeah, we will.
Okay. Can't believe my hair's grown. So, I'll find out where he is. He's down here somewhere. That's a cool tour. Yeah, that was worth doing that. 176 steps, I reckon. 176 steps to walk the lighthouse station. Just over here. The Cape Leeuwin Lighthouse was constructed in 1895-6. Several shipwrecks have been reported in the area after the first settlers arrived in 1830 and 1831. The Colonial Secretary noted need a lot of mark-off landfall. Danger to shipping. Alright, we're going to find... Yeah, geez, that was really good. I enjoyed that. I'm sure I've been up here before. I'm sure I've been here once before. It was that long ago, I can't remember. Look back at my photos and have a look. Augusta. We stayed at Augusta. I don't think we've ever stayed here before. So, it's... wow, we'll check out the view. It's quite one nice view, a very scenic view here in Augusta. Yeah, we just had a bit of a problem trying to find the room and the parking as well, but anyhow, we found that. We've parked in the wrong spot, that's the main thing. So, yeah, it's nice view. The room isn't really, that's the room here, number 20. The room isn't the best.
You want a cup of tea?
Yeah, I'll go tea. So yeah, with this the room there. If you come out here, you'll see the view. Oh, nice cool breeze. The breeze is really cool.